Okay, so I've been doing a lot of research and I don't want to get sick this fall. Like, I always get sick in the fall, like legit sick. I don't want to get sick. So I have done a lot of research and we are going to do 2 different organic home recipe things to keep us from getting sick. So if you're interested in this, which I'm very interested in because I don't want to get sick, and if you don't want to get sick, watch this video. Y'all sit back, relax, let's do this. Let's stay healthy this fall. So the first recipe we're going to do, which is really easy, is fermented garlic. Now, I know what you're going to say right off the bat. Honey and garlic, like, dude, have you lost your mind? Okay, from everything I've read and people that I've asked about this, the flavor of the garlic actually gets reduced over the time of the fermenting with the honey. So, why do you want to eat garlic? Well, garlic is nature's antibiotic. It just has everything that your body needs to help boost your immune system. So, I'm going to roll the dice. We're going to do this year because I've heard nothing but great things about fermented garlic. So what do you need? Y'all, this one is very easy. Just got one of these jars. The jar size doesn't matter. It all depends on how many garlic cloves you're going to put in. I bought a whole bunch of these at the store, peeled them myself. Instead of buying the already peeled ones, I figured I would just do it myself. And we're just going to put the garlic cloves in the jar. Just like that. Now, we are just going to cover honey. I like to use raw honey. If you can find a local honey or someone who has local honey, that would probably be the best thing. But we're just going to cover all of the garlic completely with honey. I'm going to use a metal rod just to help get the honey all the way down to the bottom. Again, it all has to be completely coated with honey. Completely, and just like that, we've got all the garlic and honey that we need in the jar. We're going to cover it. Use, a lid. And then seal it like this. Now, I'm not cranking it down. I just sealed it. Once you have your garlic and your honey in here, you're going to put this, what I'm going to do is put it in the pantry for 2 months. What's going to happen is the garlic and the honey are going to start fermenting and they're going to start bubbling and releasing gas. So twice a day, you need to basically burp your can or jar, whatever you're using to do this. Which just burping is just lifting the lid off, letting all that gas out, and then closing it back up. For me, I'm just going to do this in the morning when I wake up and when I come home from work. Twice a day, we're good to go. You'll know your garlic is ready when it sinks to the bottom of the honey and it's no longer bubbling. Then 1 garlic clove a day should keep the doctor away. So, going in the pantry. What I am going to do is put the date on here so I remember when I made this. Of 25. All right, there we go. Okay, so that one's done in the pantry. 2 months from now, like I said, we'll be able to start eating those. Now let's do the fire cider recipe. This one is kind of fun because you can stack it and make it actually look kind of cool as you're doing it. So let me get everything set up, then we're going to rock and roll on this one. This is all done, which I'm showing you right here. We are going to make fire cider. The fermented garlic will be one that I eat every day, and then the fire cider will be a shot, just a 1 ounce shot that you take every day. once this is done doing its thing. With all the stuff that we're gonna put into this jar, all these ingredients, they all have something different that will help our immune system, help our blood circulation, just help us in general. Now, it's not gonna be the best tasting thing in the world, but it's a 1 ounce shot. You just take it really quick, be done with it in the morning, and go about your day. But it boosts your immune system, and it's supposed to help keep the doctor away, keep us healthy. So I'm doing this. We're gonna give it a shot this fall and see how it goes. Because like I said at the beginning, I am always sick in the winter, and I'm tired of it. So let me show you everything, and then we're gonna go ahead and get this jar packed. All right, so we've got lemons, oranges, limes. What is this? Ginger, turmeric. You might think that's carrot, but it's actually turmeric. Garlic cloves, which I'm going to crush once we put them in there. Jalapenos right here, and then all the red ones right here, all of these are serranos that I just a few minutes ago harvested from my garden. We're also going to put cloves, cinnamon, some cilantro, and then for the apple cider vinegar, you want the one that has the mother on it, which just means it's cloudy. It has all the parts in there. And this is the stuff that's supposed to be really good for you when it comes to anything to do with apple cider vinegar. And there it is. Put everything into that jar right there. We're going to kind of stack it. So I'm going to put the lemons in first on the bottom. And I just did 2 large lemons, about that size right there, down here on the bottom. Then we're going to go ahead and put in the oranges. Now you could totally take the peels off of all these if you wanted to. I didn't. I don't honestly feel it's going to really matter. And I'm also kind of packing everything in down here. Just like that. So far, we're getting a nice color going there. Now we're going to add in the limes. And remember, each one of these ingredients helps with a different thing within our body. So, very important that we add all these in here. Okay, just beautiful so far. Now I'm going to add in the turmeric. And again, y'all, it doesn't matter which route you go. You can stack this however you want. I'm going to add in the cilantro now. The ginger. Oops. The jalapenos and the serranos. Again, this is called fire cider. This fire will definitely come from these peppers. Definitely the serranos. And now the garlic. So again, for these, I'm just going to chop them up so the oils, everything of the garlic get infused. All right. So far that's looking pretty good. All right, for the cinnamon, we're just going to do 2 sticks. The cloves, I'm doing full cloves here. We're going to do a teaspoon. Well, maybe a little bit more than a teaspoon. And just to fill up the rest of this, I'm going to go ahead and do the other lemons. Another orange. Another lime. If you wanted to put more of the other ingredients in, you can. But I think for this one, since this is a gallon jar, I think this is perfect. I'm quite happy with this. All right, y'all, this would not be one of my videos if I didn't forget something. I completely forgot the red onion. I knew I was forgetting something. So let's get this taken care of really quick. I was thinking, man, I feel like I'm totally forgetting something. Sure enough, I was. All right. Now we're good to go. We got the onion in there. And don't worry, this does not go to waste. To be totally honest, I forgot two other ingredients, the rosemary and the thyme. Luckily, I grow both of these. This is just some normal thyme. Oh man, y'all, smells so good. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Straight from your garden, right? I mean, isn't this why we garden? So we can just go out there and grab our own stuff. Got a few rosemary sprigs here. I'm not getting a lot of rosemary. Don't really need a lot of it, but this is perfect right here. This should be the last stuff that I forgot. There we go. Now normally I would want to stick this down on this inside, but because I forgot all about it, we're just going to sit it right there on top. I will say this, y'all. When I was researching this recipe, or a recipe for this, there are so many different ones out there. Y'all choose what's best for you. These are the ingredients that I saw most common in the majority of all the recipes or the videos that I watched. And I figured, this is perfect. I'm just going to go with all these ingredients and roll with it. So on that note, let's go ahead and get this thing filled up, and then we're done, y'all. Okay, so like I said at the beginning, you want to use the apple cider vinegar that's got the mother in it, and that just means that it's got all the pulp and stuff. Yeah, buddy. Now I'm going to fill this all the way up to where it covers everything in here completely. Like that. Really important part right here. Anything with vinegar over time will rust. But if you put a parchment paper between the jar and the lid's not going to rust. So perfect, done. We are good to go. Now all we're going to do is sit this in the pantry, again in a cool, dark place for 30 days, y'all. 30 days. After that 30-day period, your fire cider will be ready to go. What you're going to do is strain all of this out to where it's just the liquid, and then once a day, you will take a 1 ounce shot. Now, this is only a gallon jar. This is not going to make a whole lot of the actual fire cider because of all the ingredients that are in there. So remember that when you're making this. You might need to make a few, 3 or 4 of these, especially if you want to give little jars away to your friends, family, whoever. But that's it. Okay, one other thing to remember when you put your fire cider in your pantry or wherever you're going to store it, once a day, shake the jar. Just once a day, shake it. Doesn't have to be like crazy, but just shake the jar, get everything kind of floating again and all that. 2, once you strain everything out, this is what I forgot to mention. Once you strain everything out and you've got your fire cider, that is where you could add some honey if you want to. The recipe that I saw for this size jar called for a half a cup of honey. Totally up to you how you want to do that. I guess, you know, honey to taste kind of a thing. But don't forget, you can add honey at the end. I saw another recipe where you actually could put honey in while it's doing this. But the majority of everything that I read and saw, it showed putting honey at the end after you've already strained everything. Now, I know these are two things that probably a billion people have done for eternity. If y'all have a different way of doing either one of these, an extra step, something, politely put it down in the comments. Let us all know your experience using this. Does it work for you? Has it worked for you? Do you swear by it? Do you think it's just crazy? You know, whatever. Be polite. Remember, we are here to encourage and lift up each other in the gardening realm, in the kitchen, in just being healthy people. So drop them in the comments and help us all out with your experiences. If y'all enjoyed this video, if you got anything out of it, do me the 4 favors: share, like, comment, and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, and join this fast-growing community of like-minded gardeners here on YouTube. Everyone take care. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, and I will talk to y'all again real soon.